What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful, beautiful day or night. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to do this neutral eyeshadow look. This is a really simple, easy look to do if you want to do this every day, or if you want to do this to spice it up a little bit for any occasion. It's a really good go-to look that you can't mess up. So if you guys want to see how I did this look, just keep on watching. So I'm gonna pull my hair back. The first video that I did, I used the headband, and I personally, it looked like I didn't wash my hair after I took it off after that video because the rubber band is so thick. So I went on Amazon and I've been seeing these little clips everywhere. So I was like, let me try them out. Let me see what they're all about. And I used them for my other video and I fell in love with it. It pulled my hair back. It didn't leave any creases. And they're just so cute. All right, so now that I have my clips on, I already moisturized my face and I already did all my skin prep. So now I'm just gonna go in with my eyebrows. I'm gonna use the same products that I used this first video. I've been using this combo for probably like a year. I just started using this brow gel, but the gel and the eye pencil combo, I've been using it for about like 2-3 years. And I'm not changing it because it's what works. But I do want to try another pencil, see what, is out there. I'm sure that there's other brow products that I can use. And then I usually do primer after doing my brows, just because I feel like the primer that I'm going to use today is a little sticky, so it's going to be hard to work with my brows. If I put it on, I won't be able to do the concealer as well. Actually, I do concealer after primer. I don't know. I feel like it works better when I just have nothing else on my face, as opposed to having primer and then doing this and then doing that. It's just a personal preference though. So I'm just gonna go in with my eyebrow pencil. I'm gonna link everything that I use down below. You can also find it in my other video because these perks. You can also find these products in my other video. So these haven't changed what I'm using for my brows. But yeah, if you guys have tried this combo, please let me know because I personally am obsessed with it and they last all day. I haven't had brows last all day. Usually towards the end of the day, they fade away. And I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but I don't want my eyebrows to go away. I already have no eyebrows as is naturally. Whoa. I need them to stay on all day. I'm sorry if my hair is a little messy right now. I washed it last night and then when I went to bed, it was half dry, which I really shouldn't do that. I woke up and it was still a little wet, so couldn't really do anything beforehand. And honestly, I normally like to do my hair after doing my makeup. I feel like everybody has a different way of doing their makeup. So it's pretty interesting that everyone does their girls do their makeup, but they have different routines for it. So it's really interesting to watch. I remember I used to do my makeup. I used to do my makeup in middle school. I used to wear thick black liner and I used to not do my brows. They would stay like this. It was horrible. That's when I started playing around with makeup, so obviously it's not gonna be perfect. And trial and error. It's always about trial and error with this stuff. Finally got to a routine and a way of doing things and actually learned how to do stuff that works for me. I watched so many videos and I was like, let me try this. And I don't remember who it was that I watched that did eyebrows. I remember watching Jeffree Star draw his eyebrows because he didn't have eyebrows. So I was like, if he could do eyebrows, I could do my brows. So I did. And he was doing it for years at that point. So I'm sure he mastered it by the time that I started watching his videos. He was able to do it. So I was like, if he could do it, I could do it. I saw this post and it was like, I will always be loyal to my 2016 brow routine. And I was like, I felt that. Because I'm seeing all these different brow routines and it's do the laminated look. And for me personally, since I don't have much there, I don't think it would look that good on me. So I will always be loyal to my 2016 brows. Everybody has their own way of doing them. I'm done with my brows and now I'm just gonna go in with my concealer to clean them up. I'm gonna use the same concealer that I used in my first video, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Wow. The makeup gods are on my side today. Oh, that's a lot of concealer. Oh, well, it'll help with the eyeshadow prep. I like to use lighter concealer on my eyelid for my eyeshadow, just because I feel like the colors will definitely pop more with the lighter concealer on. I like to make sure that I get a full coverage concealer or a full coverage eyeshadow base for my eyelids, because I don't want any of those veins peeking through, especially when I'm doing like a bigger look. So you can get a nice even blend and base on your eyelids before applying anything. I just used the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This has a lot of coverage in it, and it's in the shade Snow. I got this for Christmas. It's a little travel size one, and after I'm done, I'm definitely gonna repurchase the full size. But you don't need a lot with this, so even the travel size is going to last you a long time. I've had this for a few months now, and I've barely like gotten to the bottom. That's if you have like, if you want a very full coverage concealer, that's the concealer to get. I feel like the e.l.f. Camel Concealer is still a little drying, so I want to try out the hydrating one day and see what it looks like, just to see the comparison on it. If I feel like the hydrating one works better, I'll definitely repurchase that one, because I love their line. It's so good. All right, so that's all blended out. I'm gonna go in with the same Joa powder to set my eyelids, because I don't want any creasing in my eyeshadow today. I need it to wear all day. So if I apply the eyeshadow straight onto the concealer, it's gonna crease up and you're gonna see like the separation in the eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take this little fluffy brush. I got this for Christmas too. It's from Smashbox. It's really good to get into those little corners. So for the neutral eye look today, I'm gonna take some tape. I like to put it on the back of my hand to like warm it up a little bit, make it less sticky. And I put it on the outer corner of my eyes to create that nice line. This just helps as a guide to get that nice sharp line.
The super strong waterproof tape.
I usually place the tapes kind of going towards the tail of my brow as a guide, so it doesn't look uneven on both ends. Alrighty, so now that we have the tape on, I'm just gonna go in with, this is what I use for my neutral eyeshadow. I also got this for Christmas. I've used it since then. I haven't used anything else. This is like my holy grail right now. It's the Too Faced, what line is it? Too Faced Christmas Bake Shop collection. There was their holiday collection, and it smells like cookies. Like, this scent is not so strong to where like it'll give you a headache, and you'll feel it and smell it all day. It's just like a nice subtle, like when you walk into a bakery kind of smell, you know? I'm gonna go in with this shade right here with this brush, and the shade Take Whisks, and I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. I like to do this first and last to give me that nice highlighted brow bone. I feel like this also helps blend the eyeshadows when you put them in your crease. So now that that's on, I'm just gonna take this little fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Doe MG. There's a bug in here. Get away! It's gone. And that's gonna be used as my crease shade. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it from the outer corner to my crease. It's gonna be the shade that's gonna help blend the other products in. And I don't want it to be too dark, because then it won't act as like a crease shade. It's just gonna look like that's just the only shade that you used. And you don't want it to be so harsh. So I already have that shade all blended in my crease. So I'm gonna take this more dense brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Catching Fillings. So I'm just gonna take the brush, and I'm going to stamp it on to the outer corner. And since I have that tape as my guide, I could really just stamp it and not worry about it going really anywhere else. And then you could just start blending it in slightly going into the eye. So after I tap it, I just go in and I blend it out. I'm gonna take a light touch right where that shade is going to the brow bone, because I don't want it to look so harsh in that area. I want it to look nice and blended. So now that that shade is on the outer corners, I'm just gonna go in with that same crease brush that I used before with the lighter shade, and I'm gonna blend that line where the darker shade stops to blend it in with that crease. All right, so now I'm just gonna go in with this Anastasia. It's like a dual brush, and I'm gonna go in with that with a darker shade in the shade Chocolate Chip. And I'm gonna focus it on the outer corner of my eye, but not going up that high like I did with the last shade. This brush is really, really dense, so I don't want it to be packed with so much product because then it won't move, it won't blend out. So I'm just gonna tap it off. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I'm just gonna pat it onto the eyelid, but I don't want to go as high as I did with the other shade. I wanna keep it like right where the crease starts. It's just gonna add more definition to your eyeshadow, and it won't look like one single shade. So it's gonna look like nice and transitioned and nice and blended out. So you see how I'm not focusing it on the top part over here by the brow bone. I'm just keeping it right here. And I'm not swiping it, I'm tapping it onto my eyelid so it doesn't move around, and then I'm like full of dark shadow all over my eye. All right, so now that I have that shade on my outer corner, I'm gonna go in with the more dense brush that I used before with the other shade, and I'm just gonna blend out the edges on the eyelid. And the key to eyeshadow is not overloading your brush with the shade that you're using. You want to start with just a little bit first to see how it builds up, because some eyeshadows are a lot more pigmented than others when you do that first swipe. So now that that's all blended out, I'm gonna go in with my lid shade. You can go either way with this. So you can go with a matte shade like the brow bone shade that we used for the brow bone, or you can use a shimmer shade. I like to go in with like a matte white or matte cream to go on my lid. I'm gonna take the same shade, take whisks, and I'm just going to pack it onto the same brush, and I'm just going to tap that into my inner corner. So this you can see the difference between this inner corner and this inner corner. This one helped with balancing out that color. And for this part, you want to make sure you tap the product onto your eyelid instead of brushing it out, because the product will kick onto that brown outer corner that you just worked on. So now that I have that shade on both of my lids, I'm going to go ahead with that crease brush, and I'm gonna go in circular motions into the crease to blend out both shades together. So I'm just gonna go in with the dense brush that I used with the second shade that I used, and I'm gonna just gently tap on the eye. And then now for the finishing touch, I'm gonna go in at that same shade, and I'm gonna go in my brow bone again. And I just gave that highlight back to it. All right, and if you want, you can always add a shimmer shade to your inner corner to kind of wake you up. But I do that after I finish the rest of my face. So now I can finally take these tapes off, and it gives you that nice and clean line. I love using this trick. So now I'm gonna go in with my primer. I'm just gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Today, I picked up the Rare Beauty Pore Filling Primer, and I'm just gonna focus that on this part of my cheeks. I'm gonna go with a little bit of the Born This Way concealer, and I'm just gonna spot conceal anywhere that I have little like blemishes. I'm gonna spray some of the NYX setting spray. I'm just gonna cover my eyes. I'm just gonna go in and blend out that concealer now. It's really full coverage. I could use this all over my face and it'll probably look great, but I don't want too much, especially when I'm gonna put foundation over it. So now that concealer is all blended out, I'm gonna go in with this Dior Matte Forever Foundation that I got a few weeks ago. I went into Sephora the other day just for one thing, and it wasn't even for this foundation. And I got like 10 things. That just comes to show how I don't have any self-control. I went in there for a different foundation. I went in there for the Good Apple foundation from Kat Von D. They have a wide variety of shades, but I felt like every shade that I tried on for myself, it was just too yellow. So I asked one of the workers there, she was really sweet, she helped me out a lot. So then she showed me this foundation. It was the perfect match. I'm in shade 2N. It has SPF in it, which is amazing. You really want to wear SPF every single day. All right, so now I'm just gonna go with my concealer, the same concealer I used to clean up my brows. And I'm gonna carefully place the concealer out on the outer corner so it doesn't hit that eyeshadow. You don't wanna mess it up. All right, so I waited a little bit just to let the concealer set. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out. And you have to kind of work fast with this concealer because if you let it set for too long, it will literally dry. And when you go and blend it out, you're gonna see the darker spot where you put the concealer to set. I'm gonna go in with the Joel Blurfection powder with the brush. And I'm just gonna tap it on my forehead and on my chin and my nose. I'm gonna be using the same brush that I set my eyelids with for my under eye. And I'm just gonna go back in with this brush. All right, so now that I have that done, I'm gonna go in with my translucent powder and bake under my eyes to make it last all day. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe off the powder. All right, so now I'm just going to set my foundation everywhere else that I didn't set with the translucent powder, with the foundation powder from Maybelline. I'm just gonna. And make sure you get your neck because you don't wanna look like you're two different shades. Since you're putting so much product on it, it can like make you look a little darker sometimes. So you just wanna even it out, you know? Make it blend in. I'm liking how this is looking. That pore diffusing primer is amazing.
And that's on period.
That might be my new go-to. All right, so now I'm just gonna go in with my blush, bronzer, and my highlight to bring the face back together. All right, so for the blush and highlight today, I'm going to be using something different. I'm gonna be using the Tarte Memorable Amazon Clay Blush, and it's this really pretty pink color. It's like a cool undertone pink. It has some shimmer in it, so I'm really curious as to how it's gonna go on the face. I don't really do well with these kinds of blushes because I get so oily, but I really like this. I think I got that one for Christmas too. My boyfriend's mom went crazy for Christmas. I was not expecting all that, and everything that she gave me is a hit. It's a hit. And then I'm gonna go with the MAC highlighter in Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish. And it's really pretty. I've used it a lot already. And you don't need too much on to have it like appear on your face. I might be layering it. I'm not so sure yet, but we'll see what I'm feeling today when I get to that. I'm just gonna go in my highlight with the fluffy brush. And it's just, you don't need so much so that it doesn't hit the pan so fast. I don't know if you see, that's really pretty. That is so...
Calm down.
So pretty. Like, I love it. So, oh, I didn't put it on my nose or my eyebrow. Like on the viewfinder, it picks up. It's so pretty. I love this highlight. Alrighty, so I am gonna be layering it a little bit with the Maybelline Master Chrome. Beautiful. All right, so I just went ahead and carved my face to, you know, really clean up that bronzer line and my nose. So now that that's all done, I'm just gonna go in and set my makeup. I'm gonna brush my brows with that clear gel again. And then I'm gonna go in with my setting spray. So that's done. And today I'm gonna be using the One Size Mattifying Spray. This makeup setting spray is, I feel like there's magic in here. It's literally, look, like, that's what it, like, it's just a mist. It literally makes your makeup last all freaking day. And shake it up, and then I do have to say though, It's a very strong smell. It kind of smells like hairspray, so you want to make sure you hold your breath before using it. I mean, other than that, this makeup setting, like the setting spray, is just amazing. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyelashes off camera. I did make a step-by-step on how to apply eyelashes video on my channel, so I'm gonna link it up here if you do want to go and watch that. But I'll be right back and I'll be nice and lashed up after. All right, you guys, so I got my lashes on and I did my hair also because it was fully dry now. And then now I'm gonna go in with my lip products. So I'm gonna go in with my Rimmel London lip liner in Cappuccino. And I'm also gonna go in with this Tarte Maracuja Juicy lipstick in the shade Rose. So this combination is really pretty. I've been using it a lot lately. It's not matte like my previous lip combo, but this lipstick, I don't know what it is, but it stains your lips a little bit after wearing it for a while. So when you're like eating or drinking anything, you still see the color on it, which is really cool. So I'm just gonna go in and line my lips with the lip liner. All right, so now my lips are all lined and I'm just gonna go in with that lipstick. All right, you guys, so this is the final look. I really hope you guys try it out. This is such a simple, nice, neutral makeup that you can wear honestly every day if you really want to. I really enjoyed doing this. This is like my go-to. I love how it comes out all the time. All right, so that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.